Picher, Oklahoma, was a town of about 1,500 people in northeast Oklahoma, just over the Kansas border on Highway 69. It was settled as a lead zinc mining town in the 1920s, and the mines were in operation until the 1970s. Lead from these mines was used to provide a large number of bullets in both world wars. As a residual of that mining activity, the town is surrounded by chat piles hundreds of feet high, very visible on Google satellite view. For decades, kids played on these piles and families picnicked on them. Townspeople mixed the chat with cement to pour their driveways. They used the chat as filler in their kids' sandboxes. They even swam in the tailing ponds. The citizens undertook all these activities unaware of the extreme toxic danger this posed. The slag piles were composed of lead dust that poisoned the air they breathed and the water they drank, swam, and bathed in. After swimming in the tailing ponds, they assumed they just had a sunburn, when in actuality their reddened skin was the result of chemical burns.
Turn left onto South Frisco Street.
And there's a chat pile.
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
It's really the eeriest sensation to drive through those streets. Google Maps Street View from March 2008, just 2 months before the tornado ravaged the town, still shows what the town looked like, with houses, driveways, landscaped and mowed lawns, and even bird baths in front yards. This town was the size of, probably between Burlingame and Osage size. And, so just imagine one of those towns, that would have had houses all along in here. Now, see, there's a baseball field.
What they're hauling out.
Interesting. See, there was the street that went down by the school. You go down. Is that a road? It wasn't until the mid-1990s that awareness began to dawn. A school counselor noted there were a large number of kids in the school district exhibiting learning difficulties. Eventually, all the kids were tested for lead, and an overwhelming percentage tested positive for toxic lead levels. The EPA designated the area the Tar Creek Superfund and deemed the area uninhabitable. They ordered the entire town to permanently evacuate and provided the citizens with federal funds for relocation. In May 2009, the school graduated its last class of 11 students, and the school voted to disband the district. The still intact but fenced-off school complex sits on the western edge of town, the only indication that a town recently existed here. The football field, stadium, and track have a large cement wall around it, so we couldn't see it that well. There's just something so very sad to me about an abandoned public school. It feels to me like a door closed on societal progress and a piece of the future has died. We think that's where they pull in to weigh stuff that they're hauling out. And the window, there's a road that went back there. I wonder what this was. Looks like a parking lot for something. There was a building that had concrete going up to it. And there you can see the chat pile over there in the distance. There was a ball field somewhere along in here because we saw the scoreboard when we came around the back of the school. So yeah, this was a town that, there was a foundation of something. that was. There's a big parking lot. You know, cross the highway and go over and look at these houses over here. The unrusted, painted Whitewater Tower, erected only in 2000, rises incongruously above the remains of a recent town, looking completely normal and usable, proclaiming Picher gorillas since 1918 in school color red.
That looks like reservation housing.
Oh,
That's what it looks like to me. That's what I'm saying.
gotcha.
When nobody's upkeeping, it doesn't take long.
I mean, there's not a single bit of glass in any of those houses, and it's only been a little over 11, 12 years.
Foundation over here. Foundation up there. So there was stuff along here too.
I don't know what path, you know, where exactly the tornado went through.
It looked like it went across the park and then across over.
And did we, I mean, can we go down to where the park was?
I couldn't determine.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to have mine determine where we were.
What is turn left? Because that just takes us back to the highway. Does this go anywhere?
Chat pile.
Oh, okay. So get this. One of the pictures that I took there at the memorial, the chat pile was the name of their school newspaper.
So
Yeah, go for it. Go straight, because we know that's going to take us back to the highway. I mean, there you could. I mean, there's another.
This is the part that I think the tornado.
I do too, based on what I saw on the map. So clearly, the tornado didn't hit what you said was the reservation housing. Yeah, I mean, it's already so overgrown. You can't. Okay, there was a street. Was it? Yeah, see, there was a foundation of a house.
Yeah, I would think anything that was paved roads probably had something on it.
There's something. And here we got another intersection.
It's blocked.
That was blocked to where you
Yeah, you
couldn't.
can't get on it. I mean,
On the
we're
highway?
down to where that you were seeing the chat that had the.
Oh yeah, we
yeah.
are. And what do you think caused that?
Well, that's
the way
just-
it's up at the top.
That's a hardened part that hasn't washed away when looser has.
There's another fire hydrant.
Yeah, if they had fire hydrants, this was probably all houses.
Wow.
This one let you go through. No, it's blocked too.
Yeah, this was right. There's a foundation.
Yeah, see, there were houses down here. these may have been things that got cleared out by the tornado and they just didn't.
I don't know if that was a driveway or a road there. What that was.
It
Driveway?
looks like a driveway with a garage.
Wow.
A slab. It just amazes me how close they are to the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
That one looks like it goes through.
Where does that go, though? Turn left, I'm curious. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, there's a big pile. It's even got a Johnny on the job out there. Where did that go?
That looks like it was a housing area.
Huh.
But those are streets going between the
Wow.
houses.
Go up to the top of the hill here and turn around.
I'm sure that's a sledge pile.
Okay, what's that? We're in another
Giant.
street. Crazy. God, there's even more here. I mean, this is just nuts. They did that, according to the thing.
Well, I mean, these roads are spaced out. See? Then there's another one that there was probably houses.
I know.
Rows of houses. Yeah, and then the chat's right here, right? There was probably houses between these two roads. And there's probably houses between these two roads.
So, like, we can't see what used to be the park.
It's all grown up in trees.
And there's still a house there. And a garage or outbuilding of some
And
sort.
this was that whatever business that was here along the highway.
Mhm.
Yeah, more people stopping.
Yeah. I mean, that looks like it's still used because it said that was like the road maintenance building or something.
Yeah. Well, it's probably the county road maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
And there's foundations and stuff.
Yeah, there are, aren't there? That's what, okay. So when we drove in yesterday, I asked, what in the world is that? What do you think it was?
I don't know. It looks like there's a fireplace in there.
It
And
was
then
all the columns, and that's
there
before.
must have been some sort of big house. I got
So we're literally just outside. We just left, what's the name?
Picher.
Picher. We just left Picher. We're like, you know, a quarter of a mile outside of Picher. And
And Kansas.
welcome to Kansas. And Treese is the city on this side of the line, but what I was reading, the government didn't do it until after they bought out Picher, but they did end up buying out everybody who lived in trees as well, because obviously, you know, they also have the chat piles.